So, it's no surprise that Girls Frontline 2 has plenty of drama. I'm sure you guys are aware by now with the swimsuit cloquet, gacha skin drama, you know, $100+ and stuff, etc, etc. So, I know this is going to be kind of crazy, but yesterday somebody came to my stream and told me, hey GuitarRock, are you aware that Prydwen, one of the sources for, you know, a lot of the guides or tier lists to refer to in for Girls Frontline 2, they've completely stopped updating their website for Girls Frontline 2 specifically. I was like, no way, right? Like what? Because of the drama? Really? And I went to the website, I found that out. Damn, actually it's true. So let's talk about it. Prydwen tier list. Our Girls Frontline 2 section and tier list will be retired within the next 2 weeks. So not just the tier list, the entire section, all of the Girls Frontline 2 stuff, not just tier list, right? The entire everything here, right? The guides, the blog, I guess even the weapons, the characters, all of this will be retired. The recent dramas, gacha skins, and ramping power creep, and the direction the game is taking has caused our staff to lose faith in the game, and we have failed to find any suitable replacement to take their place and continue updating the tier list and reviews. Lose faith? Yujong has made the staff lose faith, alright? If you guys have faith in Yujong, try to be the next Prydwen staff. How many of you guys want to be the next Prydwen staff right here, alright? That's just what it is. No more tier lists. They are a part of the boycott, a part dramatic. I mean, that's what it is, right? That's what it is. Yeah, I think Prydwen's tier list is pretty decent, right? They have did a pretty good job in maintaining it, right? They even have like a general and stuff. Void Mastina should be higher, I think. But yeah, at the same time, if they're no longer interested in doing it, that's just how it is, right? This applies to everything online, alright? If you guys ever play a game, remember that the game can EOS. If you guys ever use a website, remember the website can EOS. It happens to anything, right? This is not unique to one thing. Anything that's on the internet might not stay forever. That's just how it is. I think it's probably already something that happened throughout. They probably already lose a little bit of interest before this. This was the breaking point. And then the skin drama, bam, okay, now I'm gonna quit, right? It was the last one, right? The final nail in the coffin, yes. Some guys that, you know, build up to that point, probably there are some that maybe like they lose interest in the game throughout, right? But you can't really blame them, right? Because these are humans after all, right? You need to keep in mind, right? These are humans after all that's managing the website. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, right? Girls Frontline 2 is, in my opinion, is still a good game. I think it's a pretty casual game. Now I get it that this gacha skin is a little bit upsetting for some people. It is upsetting for me as well, but it's not to the point that I will quit the game. I would rather them not having gacha skin if I have the choice, right? Does it make me want to quit the game? Not really, right? It's not bad to the point that you have to quit, right? Because every other aspect in the game is still quite fun. But yeah, that's just what it is. It still has Gunner costumes, it still have like the regular costumes, so that's just what it is, right? You love Girls Frontline 2 without the gacha skin drama, it is one of the best. Now obviously this has happened before in the past. For example, this game called Black Clover M shut down last time, right? So I made this particular video using Prydwen's tier list on my channel right here, you can see. But if you go to Prydwen right now, you can no longer find the games in the list section. So it's been taken down, and of course that's just how it is with all of these games. Generally, sometimes Prydwen, you know, like this is just going to happen, not just with Prydwen, but every one of these websites. So let's talk a little bit more about this. You can see Reddit has pretty much speculated as well. They have written some of the comments. This was posted on Reddit regarding Prydwen shutting down the GFL2 section, right? Now, again, if you guys are looking for like a place to refer to guides, builds, dupe recommendations, I do highly recommend the doc. This is going to be the one that I do reference a lot as well, and I highly recommend you guys, if you guys don't have access to this already, I'll link it in the description below. But this is going to be the main, I would say, a community or JFL2 Exilium sheet that you can refer to regarding all of these characters if you're looking to either build them, mostly in terms of building them, in terms of what are the recommended weapons, and of course in terms of the skill kit and stuff. Now obviously some players still prefer Prydwen because it's easier for you to navigate around. You can check the characters right here, you can check the weapons, etc, etc, I get it, right? And also of course the tier list as well. So I think this is a good point right here. I haven't checked Prydwen in a long time, but it is sad to see something the community maintain go away. And yes, this is going to be something that you know, when a game has drama, I guess players just are no longer interested in covering it. It does affect the passion of the game, and generally for humans, it is going to be how we operate, right? There's no one left to maintain, it's probably time to move on. Enderis and Belka are still marked as CN exclusive. Certain articles in general feels like stubs. Recommendations are same-ish across the board. Aside from Springfield Tololo combo, I haven't seen any new info about how those should be managed in combat and how that might change within the V vertebrae upgrades. As a database to look things up, without needing to launch the game itself, it was fine. As a guide, not really. I guess to a certain extent this could be true for some players, right? So there are players that definitely is going to use it as a database to try to refer to what characters are coming in the CN version, right? Because they do have a tier list right here that you can see. Obviously this is going to have some right here for the CN tier list, and of course global tier list, right? If you want to look at what characters are strong, that could be your reference right there. But of course things has changed ever since. Okay, somebody here said no surprise there considering that Prydwen is covering 15 gacha games with bare bone stuffs, so they focus on their more popular games. I guess to a certain extent that's just how it is. I did mention this during my stream as well. So when you are a website, your objective has to be, especially when you're hiring staffs for that particular website, in this case Prydwen, it has grown way bigger than last time, right? So definitely it needs to be able to sustain itself by generating some sort of revenue to be able to pay the staffs. Generally, if a game is no longer popular, I feel like it makes sense for them to let go of the game. I played 12 of those and most of them are well maintained. Still, it's a shame that one of the more reliable guide maker for this game dropped it. Guess I'll go back to PNC era resources, the ever reliable CN guides if there's any. So obviously there's going to be plenty of CN guides, you can look it up on Bilibili and stuff. However, it might not be as accessible to players because not everybody can read Chinese, and of course things are going to be a little bit different, right? But yeah, this marks the end of Prydwen. They are no longer going to be updating their tier list, it seems like, and probably anything related to the information right there. Let me know what you guys think, right? Because I feel like some players are, of course, extremely upset with this particular direction of it. I know there are some players that are making fun of whoever that's managing it for like trying to be dramatic or stuff, yada yada. I get it, right? With all of this drama in this particular Girls Frontline 2, I think there are just some players that are taking it less well compared to others. For me personally, I am a spender myself, but I'm not like a hardcore spender that goes for V6, going for you know, weapons all the time. So I can see from the perspective of some of these players who are, you know, supporting the game hardcore, and then they are just investing all the time in trying to get the characters up to V6 and whatsoever, and then bam, this is what the game has been doing. They're trying to milk more money from the players. So if you are a whale, maybe that's going to be something that offends you as a whole. I'm not too sure, right? But at the end of the day, you know, everybody's gonna feel differently about this kind of thing. So for now, I'll still keep up to date to whatever I can, you know, trying to look out for Bilibili. Make sure you guys have a link to this website as well. I'll link it in the description below. With that being said, that's gonna be it for this particular video. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like. I'll see you guys again. Have a nice day. Goodbye.